Yes, we are live. Hello folks, how's everyone? Are we live? I think we are. Can't hear the volumes. Doing something a little bit differently tonight. Alannah is driving and I am talking. But we might swap positions later, depending.
Very
We
possibly.
have a few viewers on either Twitch and YouTube. Hello everyone. How's everyone? We're finally back. Back from the Middle East. Hey Andy, how you doing, man? On the YouTube. What is going on, peep dog? Got some people liking and loving in chat. Thank you. On Facebook. And what do we have on YouTube? Oh, we've got Evan. How you doing, my guy? YouTube. Okay. So Alannah tonight is doing some training. Hey Mido, how you doing, man? And she's doing some training, and so oh jeez, the start and everything flying. So, Alannah usually puts an hour on it, like anytime she's over.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know. I can't hear her throttle control, so if anyone thinks that her throttle control is terrible, make sure to state it in chat, and I'll pass on the comments over here. Well, hey Evan commented, any tips for maths paper 1? I have my mock tomorrow and I should be studying, but you're way more interesting. Maths paper 1. You did maths, you did pretty well in maths, didn't you?
Yeah, I love maths.
You love maths. We're in college. We still have to do. Well, she's doing maths, but in college still.
Yeah, because I chose the elective because I did not want an 80% final exam.
Yeah, I know. Maths paper 1. I can't remember what that is. Is that the easier one? Or is that the harder? I think that's the easier one, isn't it? Or no, it's the harder one. Which one had all the like geometry and stuff on it?
I just remember loving both of them. I was so happy. I think you get like, what is it, like an hour and a half for each one, and I finished both of them within an hour.
I don't know. Mad at times. Maths is good though. I did enjoy the maths. I did honours for my mocks, and then I dropped down to lower level.
Same.
Sort. Probably would have passed it in higher level actually if I did it. But anyway, school. Ugh, hate talking about school. I don't hate talking about it. It's just, I don't know. It's just.
You're just scared of maths.
Alannah's throttle is full on or full off. Come on, Alannah. Come on. I told you with this throttle modulation. You steer the car from the rear, and then you use the steering and try and keep it as straight as possible. That's a really bad.
Pretty sure you've never said that before, no, ever.
I don't think. Oh, getting sassy. Yeah, and how are you doing? What happened to your car? And oh man, so the differential went kaboom. Well, it didn't go kaboom actually. It's actually still okay. Well, no, okay, it's not okay. It's not great at all, in fact. But the pinion and I think the ring gear stripped themselves. So yeah, we had no drive, and it was weird because it wasn't on gear change or anything. It just, I think it was just on the way out. To be honest, the differential was just bad luck, and yeah, it was not great. Hope to see you again when you come again. Hey Mido. Yes, I know you're yeah, quite busy at that time. So yeah, that's a pity, but we'll catch up soon again. I'll be back over next week to Oman, that is. So hopefully we might see you there. Andy, send it. Alan, it's all right. Oh, thanks, Alex. I recommend slip the clutch. Might be more informative. Well, I don't want Alannah using the clutch just yet. Like, I don't even think she's using the clutch to take off. So like, I suppose part of the Product Academy training kind of thing is like, we just try and teach the student all the techniques, and then like say, okay, now use the handbrake, now do this, now do that. It seems a bit backwards because like everyone learns how to use the handbrake first and all that, but feel that technique is more important, especially when you're teaching someone. So she spent more than like 6 hours just doing donuts alone. Big donuts, that is. So her steering work is actually really good, really smooth and like precise. But obviously it takes a bit of time to match that with your throttle input. Handbrake is, we've only done about what, an hour of handbrake so far, like transition. So
Yeah, about that.
yeah, so like handbrake, she's still not pulling the handbrake long enough and that type of stuff. You talk to Becky Evans or Queen V about that as well, and she said the same thing. So we'll have to try and get that out of her. But yeah, she's after picking up quite quickly, in fairness.
What was that noise?
Miyamoto Drift is following. How you doing, man? Would have liked to see you and Dean in a battle. Yes, we actually did a quick
practice run.
Yeah, practice run. We have it on GoPro. Actually, I could display it. I have the technologies to display it. I have it on GoPro. It's on my SD card here. It wasn't great, but well, like my lead run was pretty good in practice. But then when I was chasing James, of course,
I only got like
halfways of the lead run.
3/4 of your lead run.
Yeah.
Your lead run. Because I went to the toilet and came back and you were out in practice and I was like, run for the camera, run for the gate.
The GoPro takes like 2-3 seconds to start, which is already half a run. Okay, that's a big exaggeration. Ailey, how are you doing, my guy? Looking forward to see her in Mandela going up against yourself, IRL. I don't know. Alannah, Alannah's just not going to get like a pro spec car from the start. She's going to start from the bottom. She's going to start off in the 316 compact. We'll upgrade her to a 318, then a 320 diesel, that is, and then we'll go to a 328. No, I'm only messing. We'll see. We'll see. G and Matt are saying hi. G and Matt, Mattman and Mr. G. What's this dashboard? This is the Motec dash. I got it off Race Department and you have to do some small bit of coding stuff to get it to work, I believe. Don't think it's serious though. Miyamoto waves. Hello, sir, how are you?
Fudge.
What are you doing?
Round.
Grass. Did you get new tires maybe, or are you okay? Oh yeah. So, so before to this point that Alannah was doing like big donuts, you've done oval into donuts and you've done some transition stuff. Now we're doing handbrake into transition. You should probably try the other half the corner too, or the other half the track that remember last time?
One over here.
Yeah, the two smaller ones. I think that would be much better for like consistent purposes. So, say hello to your queen. We'll catch you later when you come here. Dude, nice one, Mito. Talk to you soon, man. Ooh, loud crack knuckles. Sorry about that. So, how's everyone doing? We've been watching drifting recently. I've seen IDS was announced. That was like 2 weeks ago. It feels like a month ago, actually, when it technically was.
Yeah, January feels like it's been like 3 months.
I saw a great meme. Someone put it up. It was like, it's only January, and it's, you know, the guy's on fire or something like that, and it's 2020. A guy was looking at him. I don't know, some weird meme. But yeah, drifting this year is obviously taken off. We got IDS being announced with Eddie Power in the tower taking over with that, and then we have
no longer in the tower.
BDC, I think they had to change one of their dates or something like that, so that's been all interesting. Plus we have Oman International Drift. That's been fun. Had a bit of blast over there the last 3 weeks. We've been in Dubai for 1 week with Project Academy. We did some stuff over there. Did some simulator stuff, some updates to their training program that we're developing. Did some driving with their 370Z that they have. Alannah visited Abu Dhabi and some of her friends over there.
Well, a friend.
A friend?
A friend. And then I met her roommate, and she is now my friend too.
New friends. Friend! Okay.
I made new friends in Oman as well.
Made some friends. Hello Oliver, how you doing, my guy? Andy, this is nice setup, very interesting, Alan. Good to see guests and good to get guests and stuff. Yes, I've kind of liked this idea of like 2 people streaming at once. I don't know, there's a Twitch streamer who, I don't know if it's a Twitch streamer. I don't know if they're part of Rooster Teeth or I think they're actually part. Not really sure, but they kind of do this. I don't know if it's like a couple thing or what, but it's just different. Someone like playing the game and then someone like talking and just like interacting with the person playing the game and stuff. I think it's interesting. No, yes, Rooster Teeth do something similar to this, but they make videos out of it, don't they? To like 4 people or something. Interesting. We have any time for VDC rounds this year? So I've done the first 5. No, yes, okay, I've done the first 4. For round 5, we tried to do it, and unfortunately the internet connection we were using wouldn't allow us to join the server. Plugging it out, plugging back in the internet cable, and we were able to join the server afterwards, which was a bit of a pain. Simply because, well, I restarted the computer twice, and you would think logically by restarting the computer that would also reset the connection.
The classic IT thing. Have you tried turning it off again?
Apparently you have to also plug out the cable and plug it back in again. That's what actually fixed it in the end. So that was a big pain in the ass. We missed round 6, which was last Saturday because we were in Oman, and while we were able to do it in Dubai, I was able to schedule it with Prodrift to use their sim. But because we were so far away, we wouldn't have been able to fly back in time, and we had to fly back Sunday, and it just didn't make any sense. And I think round 7 is in 2 weeks' time again, and we'll also be missing that one. So that kind of sucks. But
I'll do it for you from here.
We've lost the championship this year. I don't think we'll be able to catch up at this rate. But with the last 3 rounds, we'll catch up. We'll try and make some points up. How am I doing, Oliver? I'm doing great, thank you very much. It's great to have you in the stream, in the chat, man. On YouTube. So if anyone wondering, I do have 3 streams going. We have Twitch, Alan Hines, you can follow me on that. Or, yeah, you can follow me on that. I've got YouTube, also Alan Hines. You can follow me on that. And I've got Facebook, which you can also follow me on, Alan Hines Drift. And you can choose whichever stream you want to type to, and I'm actually keeping an eye on all of them, so I can chat to any one of them. So it's all good. Alannah is on the same at the moment. She's training. Does a bit of timing and stuff. She's already spent 22 minutes. You can see in the dashboard. What 2 corners do you prefer the most? Is it these 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are a little bit more open. They probably make it a little bit easier. The other 2 are quite tighter, but they're probably more beginner friendly, I suppose. So you're kind of learning it a bit backwards, maybe.
Well, you brought me to these ones first, and they were like,
yeah,
I couldn't do them, so you brought me to the other ones.
Because yeah, you had to be more like.
And then I moved back to these ones, and I fell in love with them.
Fell in love, all right.
Yes.
No. Well, like I suppose these 2 corners, they are more open, and it does require like a lot more gas and more commitment. Whereas the other 2 corners we were doing earlier, they are more friendly to the handbrake. So you just go in there, a bit of handbrake. But yeah, you haven't been using enough handbrake. What I've learned, what I've noticed. So anyway, but it's been 3 weeks since you've kind of driven on the sim or drifted in general.
Yep.
So last time you drove was an automatic. That was only a few days ago.
That was fun. That was very fun.
Alannah's initiations are quite fast and hard. If she tries not turning in as fast, it may help. So yeah, I mean, the initiation of it is a bit difficult for her at the moment because she's been doing it without any handbrake, just using gas on initiation. I don't believe teaching people to clutch kick on initiation. I think it's something that you learn yourself once you know how to drift properly. So I've been just getting her to just turn in and use the gas. And to do that, you have to turn in quite a bit. So you kind of have to like backpedal a small bit when you start using the handbrake, use less turn in and stuff. So that's been kind of a bit of a challenge, try and get her head around.
Yeah. It's
What's
different.
up, CZ Kisi? Whoa, sorry, I can't pronounce that. That sounds like a bunch of letters. But what's up, fellas? Hey, what's happening, my guy? Right, where are you at now? See, in reality, this first corner you could probably like get away with just clutch kick, especially from the speed. But you're just better off using the handbrake for learning perspective.
Yeah, trying to learn here.
Try use more handbrake, because like when you're using short amount of handbrake like that, you're really narrowing your like your window for initiation, and it does make it much harder to like be more precise. If that makes sense, like be committed on gas.
I think I'm just like Becky and like scared of the handbrake.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. And just like not sure of, you know.
It sounds like Caesar KC. Ah, okay, I like it actually. I bet you get a lot of people just spelling it out. You know, like in a lobby with Call of Duty people or something like CRCZRKEICEE. There you go. Hello, Mr. Allen. How are you? I'm doing good. Guto, how are you doing, my guy? I'm Augusto, the best in VDC. I mean, yeah, clearly the best Brazilian drifter of all time, right? You said you're going to miss the next round as well. To be honest, I hope it's not the same type of black magic because I performed very well at last 2 rounds compared to the rounds you were competing in. Yes, Oliver. Yeah, we'll see. I seen that you finished, was it second in round 5? Well, I was competing in round 5, but I just missed my 2 qualifying runs due to the internet connection problem. And
It wasn't an internet connection problem. It
was
was
though.
a cable problem.
It wasn't a cable.
Technically.
If it was a cable problem, then
But you had to plug out the cable and plug it back in for it to work.
yeah, I know. But anyway,
Cable problem.
not really a cable problem. It's more like some weird bug of it. Sure, your computer in your apartment is always doing weird stuff with the wireless adapter, so it's like the same.
Wait, sorry, what? I couldn't hear you over the car.
Oh, I said your computer, your desktop is doing some weird stuff with your wireless adapter anyway, so same.
Yeah, but I think it's because... Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, it's being weird.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
probably because it was only like €15.
It's probably a cheap one, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it will surely work. If not, I can upgrade. Pay a bit more money. Hopefully that will work, you know?
Yeah. You might get a better one eventually.
Yeah.
So
Not after holidays, so not right now.
So Caesar KZ says, so it's drift class session today, is it? Yes, so we've been away for the last 3 weeks in the Middle East. I've been competing in Oman, done some stuff in Dubai with Project Academy, and Alannah hasn't drifted in about three weeks, practicing that is, so I just let her off training today. I might take over in a small bit though and do a few runs. I haven't drifted on the sim in a bit. Guto, you missed 2 rounds, right? Yes, so I missed round 5, missed round 6, and I will be missing round 7 as well. Barto, hello my guy, how are you doing, my friends? Hello friend, hello Oliver, how are you doing? Again, hello to you again. Hey Lawrence, how are you doing? Dylan says, hello buddy, how are you doing? I'm doing great, Dylan, how are you doing, man? James MC, what broke in the car in Oman? So the differential went, so we use a Nissan GTR differential, but we use a custom 3.6 pinion, I suppose pinion gear, I suppose is the best way to describe it. It's a pinion gear and a ring gear or something like that. I actually don't know much about differentials, but all I know is the metal meets the metal and it turns. And it's stripped it, and we use a custom 361 from a Nissan President, I believe it's called. And that's super rare. We got it through Garage D, and I don't think it's as strong because it is a longer ratio, so it's 3.6 as a GTR differential, which is a 4.1. So I think that's why it failed. But we did have an oil leak, and it's possible that maybe the diff ran low on oil, due to my what's the best way to describe it? Like,
What?
not really thinking of it. Due to my neglectance. No. Neglect. That's it. Neglectance. What the hell was that all about? I didn't really check the...
Negligence.
the gear oil. When it came out of the container. So it's possible that maybe it just ran a bit low on oil. Which, if that's truly the case, it would be very disappointing. But there was still oil in the differential. Maybe not enough. We're not really sure. It's very frustrating. But I think we might have a solution, and so hopefully that comes pretty well. Pretty hard to announce, I get it. Uh. Oh, so Guto misses round 6 because my wheel broke and I buy a T100 right now. Yes. So, wait, have you been using a Logitech before? I'm pretty sure the T300 is like way better than the Logitech. Alan, do you build all your drift cars or do you get some packs on the web? So it depends. Like if I'm just drifting public lobbies, then I do use the public cars like World Drift Tour and stuff. But otherwise the VDC stuff is kind of pretty much custom. Sometimes I have some problems. Yeah, I could imagine Barto. I'd imagine just calling Barto's okay. Hopefully it is. Alec, Gunnar Graham, are you all excited for college tomorrow? Yes, I'm only in college for 2 days and then I'm going off again. Guto, yes, GT27. Yeah, the T300 should improve like transition speed and everything so much more. Broke the sensor encoder for like 5 times. Common problem with those things, isn't it? Those steering wheels. David, open lobby? No, it's not. This is just a training lobby for Alannah. She's doing some stuff with this custom 370Z, like extra lock 370Z I put together. Negligence. Oh man, I'm so bad for pronunciation. Holy. This is why I don't really speak English. Well, I do, actually, but this is why I didn't do good in English. Neglections. No, wow. No, I'm not going to even pronounce it anymore. He even spelt it out and everything and put 2 like okay signs after it, or 2 okay emojis. And negligence.
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 Negligence is what you're saying.
Hang on, I have to be
Legends.
I have to be very careful because that did sound something quite racist actually. So
Oh my gosh, it did not.
It did sound like that.
Maybe in your head.
I better stop.
Maybe in your sane head. I want Coke. Where's my Coke? Ooh.
Don't spill it. All over my chair. Aunt Bessie's chips. How you doing? Oliver, I'm rocking T150. That's not much better than Logitech's. Actually, I would say, yeah, you're probably right there. It's probably not much better than T150, than a Logitech. But to be fair, I think 50 is probably like a really good option. I just never seen anyone really use it, or I've never used it myself, so I don't know what it's like actually. Let's go. Let's do some twinning, says Connor Shanahan. I don't know, Alannah, maybe I should have barked you in here. Oh, not bark. Maybe I should just drop you here and just let you watch while I go drifting.
How about now?
But no, do a few more laps. How long have you been driving? And then I might do some runs. But I don't want to stay up too late because you have to get up early in the morning. Alright, okay. Maybe I'm just being a bit demanding.
What do you have at 9? Oh, gross. I'm not until 10 with E. So for big data.
T150 is really slow FB, so forced to use on 720 to feel good. Drinking sodas. Okay, I never really knew that. I mean, I've driven Logitech G29 at Anna's apartments. So G9. I've driven one in Dubai as well, the G29. And, like, they are very slow. I don't know what a T150 is like.
I'm now burping because of that Coke.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same. Just finished making an S14 with a 180SX front end for next round of GRS. Okay, can I just say, S14s with like 180SX front ends are sick. Like, I don't know. I want to do it so badly for my S14. Not my one. Not okay. One of an S14 I'll have in the future. but like with the super made lights, like you know, not the pop up ones, like super made ones that you see by what company was it? 326 Power, was it? No, no, just called super made, isn't it? Suggesting from S14, wondering something about my toe. Should be 132 or 164 for my back wheels. So I don't actually measure in those measurements. I measure, like, that's inches, isn't it? I measure in mil. But I like running. We generally run like total 6 towing on the rear mil, which is 3 either side, which is quite low. But it depends how much power you have, because if you're running semi-slicks and stuff, like that's okay, like you can manage with that. Again, like running 0, I ran 1 for a bit of Oman in qualifying actually, and that was fine. It was quite easy to drive, and you had enough forward traction to keep the car stable and stuff. But yeah, it really depends how much power you have. 132 or 164 is don't really know what those measurements are. I'll have to check. It looks all good. I completely agree. 186 S14s. 180. Okay, RPS 13 front-ended S14s are so cool. They're baller. They're different. They're very hard to make look awesome though. That's what I feel. I feel like they are just. It's like for every 5 of them I've seen, there's like 1 that I really like. 618 horsepower. Yeah, I'd say just put in a good amount of towing on the rear and I think you'll be fine. Is it worth getting a handbrake for a Seto? Yes. Yes, Tristan, it is, man. Like, I mean, you have people that turn around and say like that, oh, handbrake, you know, don't use it. Handbrake sucks, all of this. But in reality, if you properly use a handbrake, it's just a fantastic tool to be able to really do anything. Like, there's nothing wrong with using a handbrake. It's just there's over usages of it that, you know, really ruin the flow of a drift and stuff. And you just, when people use the handbrake, it's simply because they're just not comfortable. They're not, you know, comfortable in the position, and they're not really like committed. So by teaching a person without using the handbrake initially and then bringing in the handbrake later, it helps the learning curve dramatically, because it means they now use the same commitment as before, but now they can implement the handbrake to, you know, bend and do other stuff that you use the handbrake with. A lot of stuff actually. Ford RB26, 618 horsepower. Nice. It needs the Perfecto livery to make it an actual beauty. Livery is important to make the car stand out, really. I think it is, but I found generally, what game was it? Maybe it was because I was lazy and I just didn't want to put a livery on it too hard. Maybe it was I think it was Need for Speed. I just found like plain coloured cars with nice wheels was cool. I used to do that years ago as well on Forza. Instead of like spending the time put a livery and stuff on it and using logos, I just make the car like a really cool colour and just like really nice wheels with a decent stance, and it kept me kind of happy. I think it all depends on your car taste too at the end of the day. Like I see some liveries and they're really Japanese inspired and they're just too much in my opinion. I actually prefer you know, like the 0001 style livery where they just have like door stickers, or just like be like the car, let's say, would be white and they just have black stickers stuff on it. Kind of like that kind of style, the simplistic, like subtle style. I also quite like, you know, having a car that's black with like grey stickers and stuff on it. Doesn't really stand out that much. Looks like almost like a street car, but then you look closer and it's... Like you see these cars nowadays and they have... Yeah, like Team Burst inspired, like, you know, Nakamura. And they have pink and they have yellow and then blue, and it's just... Like, I get it, like, if you're going for a certain style car, dance car or whatever, it makes kind of sense. Like, it looks, you know, it might work for that situation, or for, like, the purpose you're making it for. But for competition cars, well, like, okay, look, again, like I said, it's like, you know, it all depends on what you're building it for. But for me personally, like, a competition car, it has to look like professional. Like if I was building like a style car, I wouldn't do it the same as a lot of other people. I'd probably just keep it clean and clean, like some logos and stuff. I wouldn't put a livery on it, I don't think. So Alannah, how are you getting on?
Sometimes I'm like, yes, and then other times I'm like, It's like 50-50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of watching here through Streamlabs, trying to while trying to like respond as well. So
Whoa. It lagged there.
you probably need new tires again because that looked a bit. Do you think left foot braking can be used in the same way like an AC and RL? Yeah, you're using the same like pressure, same reasonings and stuff. It really, like, the only thing I'll say is that in AC it is super consistent. And it really comes down to your brake bias because you can adjust your brake bias in AC. Whereas in real life, you don't really have that choice, so you're left to what the manufacturer specified. And 9 times out of 10, that's ideal actually, the brake bias that an OEM car has, because it has to be designed that way so that when you brake, that you don't, when you brake hard, that the car doesn't overtake itself. So in generally, like OEM cars or like real life cars, brake bias is pretty decent. But like I use left foot braking all the time, and I apply it in exactly the same places as I would in the same track in the video game or in AC. But the only thing in real life is that, let's say it depends on car, like for example, my JZS14 2J, when I press the brake pedal it loses vacuum, and therefore it's harder for me to push the brake, so I have to let the brake off and pump again, so you kind of have to like jab it, pump it. Whereas in AC you can kind of sit on it and and you have the same feeling and pressure all the time. Also, like, depends on your brake pedals too that you have for your AC game or for AC. Like if you have a load cell, you have a very firm pedal that's very precise. Whereas if you have let's say a Logitech or something, it's very light and it's very easy to just lock up phones using her Logitech or Alannah's stuff. That anytime I touch the brake pedal, I just lock up because I'm used to pressing it at harder force. So it's all perspective. It all depends on what gear you have and stuff. Makes a big difference. The more expensive gear that you have, the more realistic it is. But your usage is actually driving the car in the game. Is the same. Good running, oh man. Oh hey Chris, how you doing, man? You're going to be on it next round. Have you any interest in heading on a road to Gapville trip in July? I'd love to do it. I haven't been to Gapville before, and yeah, no, I'd love to head over. I mean, as you probably, I don't know if you know, Chris, but I'm not really a party man. I don't really drink or anything, so yeah, I'd only be going there and I'll be remembering everything, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably get kidnapped. No, that's not the case. I wouldn't get kidnapped because I'd be sober. No, but I'd love to go over and drive, but it's just one of those things I'd like to, if I was to head over there, I'd want to bring loads of people and stuff and then just enjoy it. And yeah, we'll see, maybe sometime. July might be good timing because I'll be finished college by then. I'll be finished college in general, actually.
And sure, if you bring me, you'll definitely go out and party because I'll make you.
Yeah, I'll still dance. The robot. I cannot do a robot. Reese Addison says, hey, with an exclamation point. Hey, Reese Addison, how are you doing, my guy? You can also spell it as Rice, race-inspired cosmetic enhancement, as I'd like to call Reese sometimes. Good?
Yeah.
So you're only doing the transition one way, is it? Is that what you're doing now?
No. Wait. I can sometimes very rarely get to about here.
Oh yeah, we see, that's what I mean, because these two corners are very difficult, because you have to like,
So
when
it's
you're-
even
sorry.
better for practicing.
Yes, but in theory, what you want to make it, you're practicing technique, and not that you're guaranteeing, but like if you do the same thing over and over again on initiation, the same result will happen every single time finishing. But because these two corners are so like you have to gain speed coming out of the corner, so you have to increase speed leaving it. It makes it that much harder to the point of where it might be 1 in every 5 laps for a beginner that might get it. That's why I recommend doing the other two corners that I showed you before, because
But I
they're
don't
tighter and they're
like
just...
them.
Oh, you don't like... And if you use more handbrake, it might make it easier for you.
Yeah, I'm still scared of the hand.
Laugh my ass off. There's a good crew going this year. We'll drop you PM on the details. Plus, I have a new S15 RB Road. You have an RB Road? I'm being a smart ass. I'm sorry, Chris. With an RB Road, I'd love to see an RB powered road. Being built specially for it. Nice. That should be class. I didn't know you got an S15, Chris. Nice little road car for yourself, man.
I just can't do it.
You're probably going in there 900. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. Okay, let's watch this. Right? You probably end up spinning 8 times now because you know I'm watching.
Yeah. I can't do it when I know there's someone watching.
Okay, I said it to you before. You're going in on the inside of the corner. If you go on the outside, it gives you more room. Hold the handbrake longer. Turn in a little bit less. It's not a handbrake turn. You don't have to turn in as much. It should be much easier. Well, it will obviously be much easier because I just told you you're making it harder for yourself. Because if you think about it, remember when I showed you the track map for round 1? And I went through all the line with you and stuff?
Yes.
You know that going out wide and coming in tight is more beneficial.
Like that?
Yeah. You're going in there slower that time, so it was easier to use handbrake. But the faster you go, the more handbrake do you need to use. It seems a bit, but you need to remember that the handbrake actually slows you down. It's like another way to brake. Ooh, oh, that's people.
See, that's what keeps happening.
So, random question. Are you ever going to visit Trackwood in Hungary? Probably not. Maybe if Drift Masters went back there or something, and I did Drift Masters, maybe I would. Or maybe if I got invited to Hungary to compete, I might drive there. Oh, good save, Alannah. You didn't spin at least. Good. Is this the WTS car pack? No, it's the Kunis 370Z, but it's been modified to have extra steering angle. Any tips for tandems and AC? Just find someone that's super consistent. You can join those public lobbies. Just find a car pack. Like, I don't like tandem buddies personally as a car pack to use because I just find them boring. They're not really that interesting, but they're perfect for finding people to tandem with and stuff. Just initiate way too late. You need to initiate earlier, Lana. Like, you need to pull the handbrake earlier. Like, you pulled it when, like, you were already at the apex, which is like too late.
Okay.
In IRL it's less consistent, so you have to pump the brake to make it feel good for a long time. Yeah, you do, but it depends if you have the proper gear in the car or not. So, like, if you have a vacuum pump or something, you can make it more consistent, more like AC. LFS XRT versus AC, similar power level mod. Which do you think has better physics? Okay, this is an interesting question. I think based on steering feedback and feel, I think LFS is better. Feels better through the steering wheel. But physics wise, like, we don't ever, when it comes to like cars and stuff, right? If we use a 370Z for example, it doesn't handle anything like an XRT. So if you compare the 370Z from a Assetto Corsa versus a real life one, it is much closer than what an XRT is to a 370Z in real life. That seems like duh, but it's like, I feel people kind of get lost in the physics in LFS and they feel like they say, oh, LFS feels better. But I mean, it does feel better, but it doesn't mean you can transfer any of the same like car setup and techniques. High five! Saw that. Yeah, I got distracted there. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. I feel that people kind of like ask that question, but I would never leave AC to go back to LFS. Maybe once or twice, maybe. LFS is fun, but it's not that. I don't find it that interesting anymore because the cars are just. Oh, nice save, well done. It's just one of those things that, like, too old school, and I just think that the feel of the actual cars is pretty much similar nowadays, despite LFS being a little bit better. But setup of cars, you can't really transfer car setup from game to real life because the cars are different of the XRT. Bit of a random kind of wamble on, but kind of a bit of a rant too. Anyway, food is ready. Have a good evening. See you later, Oliver. You ever come into Land of the Free? I presume that is what country is that? I don't know what country that is. Is that the big one where that guy's building the wall that fell over? Did you hear about? Yeah, we've seen that. I mean, that was funny.
Yeah.
Donald Trump. I would love to come to the States. I've never been there before. Maybe sometime this decade for sure.
I did the thing again.
The thing I seen that. I'm not going to comment on it though. What street car packs do you recommend? WDTS is quite good. Drift Workshop is quite good. Yeah, they're the ones I kind of love. I like using when it comes to street cars. Street drift cars, that is. I assume that's what you're asking, Abra. Appreciate the answer. What real life car do you think feels most similar to XRT? Excuse me, sorry. Car feels similar. That's a good question. So like all cars feel the same to an extent. It's like the small nitty gritties that change, like how fast the car transitions, like how much steering angle does it have. Like I drifted a Dodge Charger recently, like a 2019 model, and it didn't really feel anything. Like it felt decent sideways when it was in the drift, but transitioning felt really different. It was super slow. So that kind of question is very isn't very black and white. It's very grey area. So I would say it would feel like a similar wheel because it's a similar wheelbase for an S chassis. It transitions similar speeds as like most common drift cars. But it does. I wouldn't say it is as it's very hard to compare it because you can't really compare it to any other car in the game because there's no other real life cars, and so it's hard to really say if it's because of the steering that feels good or whether it's actually physics. Coke. Not a good drink to drink when you're sweating or whatever.
Yes, it is because it's cold.
It's not that cold. It's kind of warm now because I left it out. Yeah, I've been in Nintendo Buddies a few weeks now, and I just got the WDTS, and I find it much better to drive. Yes, I think they are a little bit harder to drive for sure, but they're nicer on the steering. They are more predictable, I find. The Nintendo Buddies, they're very slow at transitioning, so it's harder to. It actually depends, but it's kind of harder. Harder to steer them, really. Sometimes. Planning on coming just for fun or some series like FD? I assume. Oh yeah, it's to do with the stateside. So, unless I got a load of money, like a big budget of $1 million, I probably wouldn't do FD. I have a Pro 1 license, like so I can, if I had the budget, I could compete this year if I wanted to. I don't know how long that's valid for actually. I'll have to check into that. So I still get like emails and stuff from Farm&D themselves saying like, oh, entry for this event is open and stuff like that. But I just don't have the money to do it. I barely have enough money to compete in Ireland. So and that's very close. You know, every event is within 2 hours. So it only costs ever €100 on fuel, and then you're at the event. Whereas an FD costs thousands of dollars of just driving there. Where you even get to compete. So maybe not so much FD. If I was to go there, I'd probably go in there on more of an invitation thing. So maybe some team, like invite me out to drive or something like that, have some fun. We'll see. But no, I've no plans to go over there myself right now. Anyway, YouTuber called Taylor Ray. Yes, I know him quite well. I think I've driven with him on LFS before. Said that XRT power level and weight balance is very similar to his 350Z. T-time car, but has more lock on the 350Z. Yeah, so that's what I mean about the wheelbase length and stuff. Like transition speed and stuff will be very similar, but I wouldn't say that the XRT is a 350Z because I also felt that the XRT was similar to my S14 when that was stock. So it's like, it's just one of those things, like there's a point of where all cars feel the same, and then it's the small little like suspension changes and stuff that makes cars dynamics different. So LFS is very good for representing steering feel, and I think that's why people think its physics are amazing. Its steering feel is amazing. Its actual car physics are completely unorthodox. They're not that. They're not replicated off a real car. They're just optimized the best for that chassis that they're using. Do you think the Drift Games Bash would be good for a person new to drifting IRL, or are there any other events around Ireland better suited to a beginner? So the Drift Games Bash, the thing with it is there's so many cars on track. It's such a big track. Like for a beginner, it requires big balls because you kind of need about 200, 250 horsepower to really drift it properly. Unless you have an MX-5 or something.
The bash is too big to go to for a beginner, I feel.
You think? Yeah, maybe so. But then again, it depends. You know, if you want to go out there and have some fun, like the bash is a great event because so many people there, you can have some fun, you can party and stuff like that. So I think people go there for like 50 party, 50 drifting. You know what I'm saying? It's like 50.
Is anyone allowed to go to practice days?
You have to, if for Mondello, you need to have a driver's license or like a competition license if you're under the age of 18. But like, if you were to go to Goldstone, there's another place in Goldstone because someone else asked if there's any other places. There's a place in Goldstone which is in Kilkenny. That's open to all ages, I'm pretty sure. And that's an ideal track. You can rent that out for really cheap. I think it's like, I don't know how much it is, but I remember when I drove there was like 50 euros to drive there for the day. And it's like a figure of 8 and it's super small, super easy track to drift. Highly recommend. What else is there? There's Watergrass Hill, but they're not really holding that many days there anymore. But that track is ideal because it's got a couple of hairpins in the middle, which are like, some cars are first gear, some cars are second gear. Excuse me. The thing with Mondello is there's no real tight corners like that, so you can't really, as a beginner, like get the car sideways. You have to go in there a bit quicker. The momentum. Have you ever drifted Watergrass Hill? Yes, Watergrass Hill is probably my favourite track to drift in Ireland. It's just one of those kind of Japanese inspired tracks that, you know, you kind of use lowish angle and you flick really hard off the steering wheel. And do some mad stuff into those small hairpins. Plus it's only like a 30-minute drive away from me, so it makes perfect sense. I'll go back to Facebook because I haven't been on there for a while. What you're saying is so, about Conor is so true. I kind of taught myself on rocking him on AC. I can't really remember what that is in relation to. What server are you on? I'm on a private server right now, Dean. Alannah is doing some training. I might do some driving myself because I need to just get some sim dust off of me.
There's a cat. It's a cat.
Where?
Jabba Jabba. Right here.
Eva? Set your camera. One of them. Okay, this is a really interesting topic. Okay, so you know the way you can see the cat in the back. You know the way cats, right? Like we all have our own ways of like enticing a cat to come over to us. So we do like, right? That's kind of the sound that we make here in Ireland. I assume the same noise that is made in like Western Europe generally. But I remember when I was in Oman a couple of years ago, there was this guy, I can't remember his name because I haven't, since I've gone back to Oman, I haven't actually seen him there unless he wasn't there because on holidays. So. But I'm pretty sure he was from Malaysia or a place like that, like some place in like Asia, and from his country they go ming 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 ming. I'm not joking. It's not. I thought when I heard this, I was like,
What's he doing?
That is so different to what we do. It like we go like we make an actual noise using our lips and stuff. They say a word. They go ming 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 ming. I thought that was a brilliant and
That's so weird.
yeah, it's great. How is AC and NEC compared to the NEC and BDC you did? So the initial NEC I drove
Oh fudge.
on AC is actually
That didn't happen.
completely different to what the real one is. What happened there?
Nothing?
Nothing. I
You
didn't
saw
even- I
nothing?
just saw you crash the tires.
No
and
one.
just
No,
step back.
that didn't happen.
I saw it on the live stream. Yeah, you hit the tires and you.
Oh, nah.
So the one I drove is kind of different. I drove it and I didn't feel it was initially right. Because I originally did one for R Factor many years ago. But then I do know that they did end up changing it anyway at the real event, so maybe that was the measurements that version was using. But I know it's not like perfect within a meter scale. From the first corner, the straight in the first corner is, I think, but I think from that point on it's a little bit different for what real track. But I could be wrong. It's a pain living in Kerry. Hardly any tracks down this direction. Plus one of Argos. It's about 2 hours away. Yeah, this guy's in Kerry.
Who?
Taffa. No, not Taffa. Graham Murphy. Taffa, I come from LFS and I had that mentality that AC is worse because I spawn all the time. Until I realised AC cars have much more power. I need to adapt a lot and drive well for the You say you're from Kerry, but then you're like...
No, I'm from Cork. I work in Clarny.
Okay. Just don't be telling people where you actually work, because then they might actually like come and annoy you.
Everyone comes in and annoy me. I'm happy if people come and annoy me because I'm in a beer garden on my own, working alone, and no one comes in there except for the smokers, and no one stays. And I'm so happy when people come in and annoy me because then I've actually something to do instead of just sitting on the sink doing nothing.
Not too bad. I work in Tralee. That's why you said it back. So, Tralee.
Ah, Charlie. He's a Charlie boy.
Alright. You can't be saying that. That's not very nice at all now, Alannah. Right.
Stop. I had a friend that mistook trolley for Tralee and drove 2 hours from Cork to Tralee because he thought we were meeting up in Tralee when we were meeting up in Cork. But someone said trolley in the group chat, so he travelled to Tralee. Just...
Story time with Alannah. So Taffa put in chat there, catching back up. I come from LFS and I had the mentality AC's worse because I spun all the time until I realised AC cars have much more power and I need to adapt a lot and drive well for the most part. It was me. I would say I drive more than decent, but when it comes to tandem, I'm not like I drive on LFS. In LFS, I usually on people's doors the entire run with control. In AC, I can get close, but they will either pull away from me because I'm not that good with tuning, or I would charge in too quick and hit them slightly, but it's a dramatic in game and I ruin the run. Sorry for
How's
the
that? Was that good?
But I'm asking.
Did you even see it?
That was pretty good. A little wobble in the transition, but like still, like this is just down to practice and just getting used to steering and stuff. That was pretty good though. I didn't see the initiation, but the transition looked pretty solid, to be fair.
Dude.
You did it one hand. That's even kinda. That's worth 2 high fives.
Yes. A 10-5. No, that does. A high 10? A high 10?
High 10.
High 10?
Sounds about right. Life for the long run with one masking is how the grip of car needs to be fast and just apart from tire pressure and toe in the rear. Tire pressure is the biggest thing. So like AC is a bit weird at the moment. I think it's the way how people develop their tires. We're running like 10 psi or like low bar
Ouch.
of pressure in your tires. Oh, look at all the dirt flying. That's mad. Like a mud fucking or something. Actually, it has lower grip. It's simply because that the most important thing in AC when it comes to tire pressures, when it comes to grip, is the optimizing the tire pressure so that it's at its best heat. Does that make sense? So using the tire app in game, you can actually see it. Over here. I'm just going to drag this, so it's going to move your screen. This little guy here. You want to set your tire pressure so that it's in the green, and that's how we do it. That's how I do it anyway, and that gives you generally the most grip. But it depends, because if your tires heat really quickly, you might want to set it a little bit lower, and then that maybe halfway during your run it gets it to its best, so that when you get to near the end, it kind of runs, kind of slows down a bit. That's what I do for grip. Toe doesn't really do the whole amount. Like, you don't want to add too much. It does actually make the car way harder to drive. But then if the car is super easy, then you can just add as much toe in on the rear as you want. Just make sure that the number, the car status, is positive, because negative actually means toe out. Because when you read the description, when you like hover over the toe, it says that it kind of like describes it as toe in, which suggests that it needs to be a positive number. And then yeah, therefore if you don't want it to act that way, negative is a toe out value, but you have to look at the car status on the right, the live thing. Look at you drifting around corners.
Boom. Let me go.
Yeah, I know, I'm looking you go. Sorry, can you repeat the part about toll, live, and value? So, like, if you look at the car setup. Actually, Alannah, can you go back to the pits for a second? Need new tires anyway. Let's just show it here. So when you go back here, you have the car status. So this value right here, this toe, this suggests we have 0 toe on the rear. If this was a higher positive number, that is toe in. But on the front here, we've got toe out because it's negative. Because when you hover over toe, it says positive value means the wheel can be seen from above looking towards the inside of the car, which suggests toe in. And then a negative, yeah, and then you go to negative value means the wheel as seen from above looks towards the outside of the car. Sorry, which is toe out, and then the positive means that it's toe in. Because if it's positive, then it would be looking towards the inside of the car, onto the.
Yay!
Whoa. Can you do a few more runs, and then I want to do some runs.
Fine.
Possible. Huh?
Fine. See how it is.
Yeah, I see it is. This is a male privileged world, Alannah. No, it's not. That's my excuse all the time. Male privilege. But there is none. That's the thing. Equal. We're all equal.
I have never heard you say that before. Oh my god, thank you for finally admitting it.
What, me finally admitting it? What are you on about? I always said it's an equal
You're always trying to say, like, men are so much better than females.
Yeah, but that's a joke. Come on. You know it's a joke.
Yeah, but you've never actually said that everyone is equal out loud.
Under the bus now, because it's like I'm live on a live stream, and this is going up on the internet for years until I decided to delete this right now after we talked about it, and then no one will ever know about it. You're just trying to hang me under the bus. That's not very nice.
You're always hanging me under the bus.
Oh, have I hung you under the bus on live stream?
Probably.
No, I haven't.
I think you did in the last one for something.
What did I say?
I can't remember now, but
well,
I'm
if
pretty
I
sure you
did
did.
say anything, I would have deleted it.
You would in your hole.
I don't think I would have hung you on the internet. Because like whatever goes in the internet stays in the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
but
know this. Like we're both developments when it comes to like software and web. So like we know like just to be careful what you put on the internet.
like that meme that Abraham Lincoln said, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet."
Yeah, I know. That's a good one. But it's like he never said that because there was no internet when Abraham Lincoln was alive.
Exactly.
Taffa says thanks and sorry for disturbing Alannah's run. No, there's no problem at all. Alannah doesn't mind taking a break. Well, she shouldn't mind. If she has a problem, then
Then what?
there will be some issues. No, but don't worry about it. What I usually do is 0.2 live toe in the rear and about 18-22 psi in the rear, and I struggle a bit, but I guess I have to learn to modulate to have more traction in certain areas to catch up. Yeah, for me, throttle is like one of the biggest things in grip optimization. I generally, my rule of thumb is like use at least amount of throttle as possible. Ooh, that was nice. You did that with no handbrake too. It's just a pity you just had a little bit too much angle at the end. So maybe a little bit less gas would have like helped you grip up a small bit. Sorry, back to Taffa's comments. Yeah, so throttle modulation is like the biggest like thing when it comes to like gaining traction or training or like gas modulation. I find that using the least amount of throttle possible to drift is like a good rule of thumb.
I thought a cat walked in here. It's Marco.
Yeah, no, it's a dog. Why is the camera like pointing away now? It's weird, isn't it? Did the cat jump up there or something?
No.
Not showing half the door. But the Project Academy door. Hashtag Project Academy. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Oh, they can't see Marco.
Twitter, maybe. I don't know if they're
Camera.
on Twitter. But so yeah, it's just one of those things. Like it's, you know, like I say to use the least amount of throttle as possible, but you can't do that either because then, you know, if you're battling and if you're trying to give a good lead run for someone that's chasing you, you're drifting for fun. Not the good mindset to be in because like you're never going to have fun that way. So it's always a balance, but I generally try to give the least amount of throttle while maintaining a decent angle and fluidity and smoothness and stuff. Hey Adam, how you doing, guy? Is that kind of weird, like, you know, when someone says hello and then I'd say, hey, hello, like, insert name here, guy?
Oh.
No? Should I be like, if it was a female, then I could, like, I mean, I could say guy if it was female, because, like, you can use the word guy as, like, a group of people, or, like, a person. That was pretty good. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Obviously, the kind of the rustiness of the hands are starting to kind of wear off as well.
Yeah. Just a small bit.
Just a small bit. Yeah, no, a bit more than that. A bit more than a small bit. Let's be real.
Fudge.
I think it turned into much.
Yeah.
Do a few more and then we'll swap out and then...
You said that for the third time. No.
I know, but like... Finishing up!
You haven't told me to.
That's true, I've been chatting away. I'm happy out.
Yeah. And I'm watching Nick's at them. Yeah.
Ignore the cat.
She keeps going over to Marco. Just been like, hey.
Marco
And Marco's
wants,
just ignoring her like, no.
Marco wants to go outside. Is that right, Marco? Come over here, bud. Marco, come here. Come here, Marco. Come here. Marco, come on. There you go. Oh, there he is. Hello, Marco. How you doing, fella? Oh, look. Marco Polo.
We have another cat now. Java? Is that Java that entered? Okay.
So delicate, lads. He's so delicate, people.
Hey, Java.
Just don't hurt his feelings. Well, you can hurt his feelings because he doesn't really have any. Is that like that kind of that weird? No, not weird, but is that like kind of accurate? Because okay, you could call him, "Oh, Marco, come over here, you lovely idiot," or something like that, and he just wags his tail even though you just call him idiot. It's It's kind of funny, to be honest.
I think they go by the tone of voice stuff.
I think so too. But then it depends, because Bella, like... Well, Bella's done by 2 on the voice too, but...
Yeah,
he's a
but
bit
Bella's
smarter.
an intelligent dog.
He's very intelligent. Did you ever use a Logitech wheel? They are toys compared to other wheels, but I'm curious to know what you think about them. I broke my G29, so I'm very tempted to get T300. I would recommend getting a T300. They're just so much faster and smoother than a G29. I've used the G29 before. Like the best setup one, like the best settings you can put up on one. Excuse me, just spoke, man. And it's fine. You know, it's like for the price of it, you can't complain, because the next like upgrade from that is double the price, which is the T300. It's pretty much double the price, right? By the time you have the shifter and the pedals and stuff, it kind of is double the price. But is it worth double the price? I think the T300 is. Like, if any driver comes to me, I just tell them, just like a real life driver wanting to train, I just tell them to get a T300. Don't bother like wasting the time with the G29, because it's nothing like a real car steering wheel, like how it would handle and stuff. That's generally what I say to real life drivers. But if someone comes to me and like, hey, I want to try out sim drifting, or like I want to build a cheap simulator for fun, they have...
That was me.
Yeah, that was Alannah. Don't really know if I want to like put too much money in it or not. Then I would say, look, get a G920 or G29. They're super cheap, and if you like it, then if you decide to buy a T300 in 6 months' time or a year's time, you're not wasting that much money. It's not a big waste, and you could still sell it afterwards. Like, I think people are still selling G29s for like €50 on the retail price used, like that are 2
There's
years
some
old.
people selling them for like 150, isn't there?
Yeah, but I know you bought yours for £150 because it was like in the
Yeah.
Black Friday,
Black Friday
sales.
sales.
But to buy them brand new with a shifter, and also the pedals, but with the shifter, it's still £250, I think, or maybe it's a little bit less than.
I think
it's
before the Black
220.
Friday sales on Amazon, it was 200 for the wheel and the wheel pedals and shifter.
Oh, okay, 200. So you saved yourself £50, which is quite a
Yeah.
bit in euros. But it's still double the price to buy a T300 with a shifter and pedals. So that's kind of like the option people have. I feel that it's worth the double price initially, but then it also depends on what the person wants to do and how far they want to take it. Nice. Oh.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. Just compliment the good. Ignore the bad.
It was looking really good as well, actually.
I have an itchy arm.
Yeah, you're just turning in just a tad too much. Like, remember I told you on your handbrake, or like on your steering, you need to turn into like... You're turning right, yeah, so it's okay. You want to turn into like maybe 1 o'clock or so. But you're turning in so much.
I know, because that's what I'm used to without the handbrake.
I know, but like, you know, you can't, like, you kind of have to backscale, you know, practicing the handbrake.
That's
You're
what
not pulling the handbrake
happens.
long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't pull the handbrake long enough, you're just going to drive straight. And it's fine pulling the handbrake quickly, but when you go faster, you can't do that because that won't lock the wheels. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you need to kind of get used to pulling the handbrake longer. I'm going to get you to pull the handbrake longer this time. And I'm going to get you to, like, pull the handbrake longer, let the steering wheel rotate, and then power. Instead of, like handbraking and then upsetting the balance that you're catching it. Don't start crying.
I'm gonna start crying.
Well, you were very close to.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, so close. The puppy dog eye. Oh, please don't tell me what to do. That was so much better. Okay.
No, it wasn't!
You left it later. You left it too late. But it was so much smoother. The car slid much longer. Well, not that it needs that's any better, but it just looks so much better. You started the drift earlier, like, because you pulled the handbrake longer.
Like, I can't just hold on to it. Like, no.
Yeah, okay, but if you start at the point of when you're pulling the handbrake, of course you're not going to pull it for as long. You get what I'm
But
saying?
look how amazing that was.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Tattoo is itchy. Where's my tattoo itchy?
I'm going to pull all the skin off it now. There'll be no more tattoo.
Not how it works, but okay.
Oh.
It didn't happen. I don't know what
Nothing
you're on
there.
about.
I'm gonna watch back the live stream. Initiation was pretty good, but yeah, you just didn't really like. It was kind of one of those weird things where you just didn't have enough steering and not enough gas, and they just let you drove straight. Oh, very good, very good. Generally, it's 2 a.m. back in the Middle East right now, back in Oman, and this is the time that
That's the time zone that we're in.
Yeah, that's the time zone that
Still.
we're in. We're a bit behind.
Because we went to bed at what, like 8 last night? Because we were so wrecked.
Yeah, yeah. Well, usually it was like 12 by the time. Well, I was asleep by 12 back in Dubai and Oman, which was 2 hours ago. In the current, well, in the other time zone.
Yeah, like what time was it when we woke up this morning? It was like 7:30.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right.
Gee.
Which is ideal if you're trying to get somewhere.
Well, from your house, yeah. Oh, I'm getting tired of this.
You're getting tired. I want to do a few runs.
You do that.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think you need a break. How long have you spent at it?
I don't know, you tell me.
82 minutes. How long is that in hours?
Hour 20.
Yeah, it's about an hour 20. I know we've been live for an hour and 10, so you've been doing it for at least that long. That's a pretty good session, actually. If you spend like an hour at this anytime you go over, like, pretty good going, isn't it? You want to swap places?
I think I'm gonna run upstairs and get like the Cheetos.
You're going to get your Cheetos.
Yeah, you know, I've only like a tiny bit left of the big bag that I started.
Oh, that you started. Okay, I thought you only had a tiny bit bag after the 3 bags you spent 15 euros on.
Don't judge me.
No one's judging, just me. Yeah, you told me not to. Not judging. You just have 3 bags of Cheetos. I'm judging. In my head. Not in a bad way. No, I don't. You might as well bring them up if you're going up, because... Yeah. Say goodbye to Alannah for the time being. Comes upstairs. Star Wars? Hell yeah. Right, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna move over to... this one over here. You probably heard 2 microphones. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I haven't been on this in a hot minute, and I don't have my gloves to put on just yet. It's not working. Osmos isn't working. So yeah, won't be doing the next few VDC events. I'm not really sure if I'm going to drive VDC. I don't really feel like doing it, to be honest, or feel like driving VDC right now. So Alannah's been training a small bit on the sim. She got her practice in for today. She's getting better, in fairness. We got to follow her. Sorry, I can't read that from this distance. Staking for the follow. Thanks, my guy. Or my person. Just this so that I'm not short, because I'm not 5 foot tall. Lucky digs. Gotta love if you lucky dig. Alright, I'm gonna change this cam. So, let's see if there's an online session. Oh, Fujimi Kaido was released. Oh, Putty Cat. Hello, Cat. Was she? I don't know, should I just join an online server and just do some driving there? I feel like driving some WDT cars, but more so the pro cars. So I don't know what's been going on. Mono, oh, I see Junkles and V2 what's that?
Many people problems.
Tiny people problems. I know, I did claim that I had to move everything up, like here, to suit a person that isn't 5 foot tall.
Yeah. But
I dash Tengaku. Goku. What are you doing? Just make sure you talk into the microphone now, because
yes.
I haven't actually checked to see if the volume levels are decent. I might be over talking too loud into this microphone. What about VDC server? 1 second, I need the cam. Not cam, the VDC. Oh, this is the new. I have to download this track for testing. Oh, it's work. Do I have this layout? Is this been updated or is this the old one still? I can't remember. But I'll join the server anyway. I just don't know if I have the right version of this track. Also, don't think I have the required cars to join. I'm probably gonna miss. Discord. Oh, I better not show links. No, not do that. What? What's that? No, you see, if I click on this, then people can see the links, and then yeah, I have to download the latest one. They could actually type in the URL. You get what I'm saying, and then they can get some private content and stuff. I don't think what I was looking in. I don't think there was anything there. I think it's a public chat that everyone sees. Pretty sure that's what it was.
What's up there? I was wondering where
My phone.
my phone poke. Jesus. Barely anything left in the bag.
Oh, is there?
Look.
Oh yeah, I can.
I just couldn't when we were in the car yesterday. I'm done.
I mean, like they don't actually taste that bad. It's just there's so many of them. Hey, Stigern. Oh, you're the Scirocco guy. I know who you are. Do some tandems with streetcars and show your tunes. I think I'm going to do some VDC stuff first, though, Tafa, but that's because I was requested to earlier. Place these files in this. Connor's in here already. We'll do some driving with Connor. I haven't driven this sim in a bit. I'm not even using my gloves though.
I grabbed them for you. I'm pretty sure they were on the kitchen.
They're just there in the hallway. If you can grab them.
The ones I got you, yeah.
Yeah, the green ones, please. Oh, I have to set up my bag as well. Oh, hello. Thank you. I don't even know what setup to use in this car now. Camera, yes.
I do it to start.
Between the third one and the first one, yeah. Sure, don't you have like short keys?
Uh-huh.
I just don't know if that's just gonna affect what I'm doing. I mean, probably. Actually, I think I have an old car. Anyway, look, I'll just drive anyway. What was the last track that BDC was on? Oh, like Knutstrup, wasn't it? Ah, it was. You enjoying your Cheetos? It's been a while since I've driven this, and it feels a bit. Really don't like this layout for a start line. Oh, oh, sorry, I need mouse.
It seems like something.
Why is no one commenting? Because maybe they're just watching. Maybe. Okay, people. Alannah's demanding people comment. Man, that's not gonna really get us.
Thing.
I never said you. Well, I did say that you. To be fair, I need a longer ratio, so 127 for third gear is about right.
So much Joe does.
Wait, what? So much Cheetos? Oh, Cheeto dust.
Cheetos.
Damn, you just love those things, don't you? Like a drug. Way better than a drug. Wait, you know what drugs are like? Rumor mill.
And then can you turn the in-game volume up a bit?
Oh, is it quite low, is it?
How's your car?
Car?
I don't know, it just says how's your car.
Oh, this 14 is it? I don't know what this for.
Cats are weird.
Hmm?
What do
people
you
aren't
ride in
talking to
Drift
me.
Corner? Any changes, or will you stay with S4? What's that? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
I was just saying that cats because Java just I jumped down, looked at it, and walked.
Oh, Java things. Is that okay for me to pull out? I assume it is. I'm gonna just go anyway. So
Just press the button.
yeah, because you have it selected on typing, and I just um.
Ride in Drift Corner. Any changes, or will you stay with S14?
I really don't know. I tried the E92. I like that a bit more than the S14. Maybe that car. I haven't really put much time into it. I don't really know what I'm going to do when it comes to sports stuff this year because just a
Yeah,
tiny
how's
bit
your car?
disappointed. Car's fine. Differential broke, so not a big deal. We'll get it fixed.
Hello, Jason. There's two N's and a H. It's all good.
It's a big problem, guys. Right? Make sure you do not spell her name wrong because you know about it.
Nice driving, Alan. Is that the T300 wheel you have there you're using? That's the T500, is it?
500, yeah.
You can no longer buy? Longer buy it, I think. No.
It's discontinued. You can't buy it anymore. Is that what I was talking?
Yep, that's what I was saying.
Ah, yeah.
But the closest moment that you can buy is the T300, correct?
Yeah, T200, and that's discontinued now too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I assume they're releasing a new wheel because T300 is like. Yeah, I'll probably just do a few more runs because it's starting to get kind of late. Well, it's not getting too late. It's just I'm feeling like,
Very late.
well, like
Or time zone
zone
that
that we're
we're
used
stuck
to, I
in.
suppose. Yeah.
4 hours in. 20 to... Are you still in?
Right.
Kinders. Wait, all the kinders.
I did. Yeah, there's none left.
Rip.
Rip. Throw F's in chat, please.
But like, quite literally rip in the chat because there is like no one
No, it's F's in
commenting.
chat. You don't say rip in the chat. Like you don't see a load of rips. What do you mean you might do, I suppose. F's in chat, please. Oh. Am I looking at the cat? Oh. Oh, yeah. Being hungry or peckish? I would suggest that flaked ripple thing that we have, but I want to keep that for myself.
Then don't suggest it. Now I want it. It's right there.
I presume it's just okay. I'm just gonna pull on for the people. You said dog hairs? Oh, yeah. This track doesn't really have great flow. It's like, the first corner is fine. I don't like the fact the lead driver starts inside. It's kind of like, it's just a bit weird, I suppose, but there's kind of no choice because you kind of have to flick entry and it like changes the dynamic of the track. And AC's crappy physics for collisions. I was like going, over that run. Nice. Gee. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. I think I'll do a few more and then head off because, yeah, I'm not really feeling driving.
That's probably because we're so tired.
Yeah, I think so, because just... This track is quite fun, but it's a bit weird. Like when it comes to chasing people, because unless you have this super fast car, you can't stay on the person's door all the time. Like I suppose it's fine.
Mm.
Reality. Ooh, look at the wrists.
Alan,
Yo,
did you hear about the noise complaint issue at the Drift Bash?
no, didn't. I wasn't in Ireland, so not my business, I suppose, anymore.
Jason said, "Great watching you guys. See you next time. Be good."
See ya.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna do one more and bounce off because I just really not feeling it right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. Like I think we said this last time, but we'll definitely be doing more of these like twin streams and stuff. I think it'll be a while before the next time I'll be doing one though, because I'll be back in Oman for the next couple of weeks.
Without me, you
It's
gonna
2
miss me.
weeks. 1 sec now. I'll tell you if I miss you in a second.
Can't decide right now.
Jesus. Right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you guys very, very soon. What?
You gonna miss me?
Am I gonna miss you? I don't know. I'll think about it. Think about it if I miss you.
Think about it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You gonna get me a Valentine's Day gift since you know you won't be seeing me for Valentine's Day. You're gonna be
I'll think about it.
away.
Yeah, I'll think about
But
it.
think about it.
Yeah, I will actually, because I'll tell you why I think about it, because I won't be here for Valentine's Day. So,
Mm.
oh, Sunday they got a call from the council, basically noise tested everyone from the track. A lot of people were angry because some of the high power RBs were out. Oh, right, okay. It's generally, from what I understand, it's generally the NA cars that are loudest at Manila. BMWs especially, NA BMW. But the RB stuff, they are quite loud, especially the rev limiter. Like, even my car, which isn't the loudest on the I suppose the Irish grid, was like not far off the level. So I don't think there's any car in Ireland that's really under the noise level. They're just some drivers, they just know how to kind of get around it a small bit. Anyway, that's probably a topic for a different time if that ever becomes public. Maybe. I really don't know anything enough on it to kind of give my 2 cents on it, other than what you stated or what you mentioned there. But yeah, that's interesting for sure what's happening. Hopefully, it doesn't affect us in the long run. In Mandela anyway. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Peace out. Peace, boot and peace. No, what's it called? Peace and pouch. No, what's that? The girls do like peace. No.
Out.
Pout. That's it. Peace and pout. Talk to you guys very soon. Thanks so much for watching along, and yeah, we'll chat to you guys later. Cheers. Thanks. Where's the stream gone? Bye bye. Bye. I gotta lock the camera. You know, like the vloggers do. Lock the camera. No.